Can you give names to any of those plugins without giving away too much?
No.
What's up? It's Team NBL. I'm musicbyLukas.
And Lauren C. Ray, DJ video creator and DJ producer.
Yeah, and today we are going to be talking about the future of the electronic music industry, the future of genres, just like where music is going. And to do that, we have a special guest.
Yes, we're going to be calling on FaderX, which is actually a trio.
Yeah.
And they've had tons of tracks, on Hexagon, Protocol, Armada.
Yes.
The list goes on and on. They've been traveling and doing shows. 3 people. I'm
super interested. And they have a new track today on Future House Music, which just came out. And they're also future trance artists. And so I'm feeling good about this.
Brotherhood.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
A brotherhood of like future trance people.
I haven't got to talk to many future trance artists, so I've kind of felt like I've been alone doing future trance. So I'm excited to see what they have to say.
What is future trance though? For anybody who's like, what? I don't get that. What
so basically, it's like a mixture of 2 genres. So it's future house, but with like trance style, inspirational, more like melodic kind of melodies, but it's kept in the future house BPM, like around 126 BPM, so it kind of goes together, and these guys do it, so I'm excited to see what their opinion is on it.
Yeah, so I guess we'll call them up. We're going to be wearing our really cool stylish headphones and calling them on Skype, so hopefully it works and we get to chat with all 3 of them. So this is going to be like a 5-way conversation. All right, so we have our headphones on. Now we're going to call them on Skype. Hopefully they answer and get this party started.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo, hello.
What's going on?
First of all, I'm Pierre.
I'm Eduardo.
I'm Davide. So this one is not. So we kind of introduce ourselves. No, we're FaderX, obviously, and we're from Italy, and we are 3 producers and DJs and performers. Yeah, that's great. That's right. We started back together 4 years ago, and we met. Everyone has a different path, like of work. We were having like different roads, and we just like boom met together, and this was it basically.
A new track that came out today, right? Well, it's the day that the video comes out will be the 8th, so I guess it's coming out today.
It's coming out today
on Future House Music, right? It's Awakening.
One of our favorite tracks at the moment. The one we put maybe the most passion inside. I'd say we really love it, so we're so proud of it.
How does it work when you guys collaborate together? Like, who works on what part of the track?
Basically, I make the main idea, let's say, and I'm the one with the studio. Okay, so this is I'm the one who is always in the studio, and I even if I'm 26, actually, I only do this, so I have this kind of luck, and so I produce all day, and they are always with me. They come twice, 4 days a week to come see things. So they are producer too, but I just launched the main idea, let's say.
And so when you guys perform, like when you're doing shows, are you all 3 on stage?
He's the guitarist, the solo man, he's the DJ, and the MC or vocalist, or what do you want?
Yeah, whatever it needs, he does it.
I can do everything you want, everything people want.
You're a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys, if you are collaborating with somebody who has different strengths, as we always say, like play to your strengths and help your weaknesses with somebody who has, a strength in that aspect, because that's what you're looking for, whether it be with track collaboration or performance. Like, everybody can do different things.
It's all part of the package, all part of the producer or DJ career, and it's all important factors.
Yeah, and if you have 3 people, it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard sometimes, because not for us. We were friends before actually we started producing. So we had different paths in music, but we knew each other, and we knew each other like by 6-7 years at least. Yeah, but we didn't straight on fell in the same project. Everyone had his role. He was more like in the DJing.
Yeah.
It was kind of hip-hop
rap scene. But
when he had the long beard, he looks a lot like the guy from Showtek, but I can't find the name.
Booter from Showtek.
Booter, yes.
We had to put a picture up so people could see the resemblance. So we want to talk to you guys a little bit about like the evolution of music and where you see things going the rest of this year and then going on, in the future, because like I really thought for the longest time that I was like the only one trying like future trance or like mixing these things together. And then when I started listening to you and came across your stuff, I was like, wow, they're really kind of implementing this style too. And I know it's something kind of new, and you really crushed it with Awakening and the new track on Future House Music. And so I just want to ask you like what you think about future trance and how you see it developing.
Well, first of all, thanks for the nice word. It's always a great pleasure to have like support like this, live support like that. And yeah, for us, I think we are experimenting. Not only us, but the whole main movement of dance music is a bit going back. You know what I mean? But not in a bad way. It's going to pick back things in the past of music, and this is great actually, because old things, even if old is not the right term, but good things from the past might help to really build a better future for this kind of music. And we didn't produce this at the beginning. We were more like into big room bounce and stuff like that. And then I fell off on, we actually altogether fell on some old tracks and like trance tracks and stuff like that. We even experienced something in the new disco wave, like we did one in Protocol, what's the name? Control.
Control,
yeah.
yes.
We did one just like more guitar and stuff like that.
Some funky vibes.
Yeah,
and
funky vibes. And
stuff like this.
This was pretty easy for us because I actually play guitar. He does too, by the way. We were really, both of us played in a band. So we came from totally another style of music. But to answer directly at the question, yeah, I really think there are some quality producer there. They are doing what we did actually, picking things from the past and just, you know, make them new.
Yeah, you take things that you're inspired from, like, because obviously even if you just started producing a few years ago, you probably have been listening to EDM or electronic music for a while, and so you take those little influences that really brought you up, like maybe it's Deadmau5, maybe it's Armin van Buuren, maybe it's, you know, something from Arjuna Beats, like all kinds of different things, and you kind of just mix them together.
Yeah, so don't be afraid if you guys are maybe right now doing maybe 2 different genres, but no one's doing it yet, or it's not around, or it's old, or whatever. Just keep creating. If you feel that it's right or that it's fun for you, keep creating, like discover new things, because you never know, it might actually come back around again, or somebody might be interested in it.
Yeah, and I think it's also proof that you guys, what you're saying is proof that you really do have to keep working and trying new things, because like you were saying, you tried all these different genres, and maybe this won't be the last one that you work on, but you know, it's like you really have kind of found the sound, and now you're starting to kind of take off, you know?
You know what, maybe the point is we don't really like genres, you know what I mean? We like just to be like, okay, we do this, and we're gonna do this, and keep on and on and on and on with this one. We're trying hard to create our movement of music.
X House?
Yeah, we call it X House actually.
Hey,
FaderX. Or FaderX, so it's X House.
I'm a fan of X House, let's go.
So we start producing X House, and then we keep something from progressive house and improving progressive house. Trance and improving trance vibes. So X House is not a genre, it's keeping some elements from different genres and improving, developing.
Yeah.
And so FaderX is this. FaderX project, FaderX sound is this.
Yeah, but tomorrow actually it might be something else, you know? And it will always be actually X House, our genre, our feeling. But we might start doing, I don't know, metalcore. And
So what would be your advice then for like producers who are confused then about genres or confused about what they want to produce? Because I hear that as one of the most common questions. People are like, I just don't know which direction to head in. And I always like to say to just kind of try everything and see what sounds best. You know, always show your tracks for feedback, see what inspires you the most. But you know, like, what would you give as your best advice?
What would be like the #1 tip that worked for you guys?
Okay, I gotta be honest. We have a long journey to come in here, and I can't even say I can't say what did make the change for us. So to give a tip, it's kind of hard. I would say just to listen and try again on sounds, play with sounds, and when you take that thing, you know you're doing something that, and that's not me actually. Deadmau5 said it before. Okay, so it's my, but I totally agree with him. If you fell on something, if you feel something that you never heard and you're doing it, that's probably the best thing you can do. because it's your sound, it's your imprint, and no one can, they can copy it actually.
Yeah, and I think that only really happens over time because, you know, there's no way for you to define your sound like on day one. It's something that develops as you figure out what your favorite aspects of production are.
Yeah, but for sure, at one point, all producers gonna start from a genre. You got like something you already heard, or you're gonna start, at least you're Mozart.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're Mozart. And or a genius, probably.
Yeah, I think more producers might be starting with X House soon.
We hope so.
We hope so, yes.
Would you say that it's like better to have 3 people almost in a group so that you guys can play off each other, root for each other, just be nice support system? Because a lot of people say, oh, I live in such a small town, my parents don't understand me, my friends don't understand what I'm doing, no one does music in anywhere that I know of. Would you say it's nicer to kind of have people just to relate to, just to, you know, pursue this industry that seems impossible sometimes?
Yeah, and for a lot of reasons. First of all, for the beginning, sure, you got more friends if you're 3, you got 3 families, and actually 3 families that became one. They trust us a lot from the beginning, and they support us from the beginning, and they don't think we're crazy doing this, and maybe it's nothing else at the moment, and that's great. Plus, we have, it's important to be 3 even in other situations because you can support yourself and, you know, like have a pat in the back in those moments when things are not going on, and you can say, it's okay, I got your back, I got this, and that's great. Even on tour when we just did China.
Far away.
And far away from home, you know, and it's better to be 3 than to be 1.
because you can hang out with your friends, you can relate, you can talk about the set before you go on, you can prepare tracks, you can, you know, pass ideas back and forth. I think even if you are still like a solo act, surround yourself with other
find
producers
your
that you
people,
love.
whether that's online or further away from you or closer to you, just anybody that understands you and supports you. They don't even have to be in the music industry. They can just be a friend that's like, do you, keep going. Like, just make sure you aren't surrounded by negative people that are trying to bring you down. It's really tough, I know, but online friends are just as good as in-person friends, I think.
Talk a little bit about the track. So
Awakening.
Obviously, Awakening just came out today, and this is your first track of Future House Music, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congrats. My track is coming out on Future House Music on February 22nd. Plug. Okay,
Send
it's
the
coming
promo.
out right after this. Awesome. So
Tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Like, how did it start? Who came up with the idea?
First of all, we want to thank Nino Lucarelli
Yeah.
for his incredible voice.
Oh, wow.
He's fantastic, he's amazing, he's a wonderful and warm voice.
Yeah, and to be honest, the first idea was actually his vocal.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was his voice. We had his voice before even we had the track, actually. It was not on my schedule to do it, like, I had other stuff to do, but I had this voice kept singing in my head, you know, what he sent me. And then I just said, okay, I'm gonna try a couple of chords. And the chords were fitting very good. I just sent a vocal message to them, and I told them what you think about what, and they kind of fell in love with it, and they were happy with the chord progression. And then I can say we just added the X-Out songs you know, in the drop. We bring on all of our synths, and then we draw the line. But it was emotional because of the chord progression. We really fell in love with the melody, and so it's the kind of track that it writes.
So you start with the vocal, you write around the vocal, you get inspired by the vocal, and then when it comes to the producing the track, it sounds like you kind of have your go-to sounds, like your favorite kind of sounds that you use. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So then it kind of makes it easier. So you're kind of, in a way, you have your game plan before you even start.
It's not really about our sound. We don't have a favorite synth, a favorite stuff. We have favorite plugins to work with, which those plugins gave our touch to any synth we actually use. It might even be a sample sometimes, but we have some kind of distortions of opening, of cut-off things, and we just, you know, take this sauce and put it in the synths we're using, and it works actually.
Can you give names to any of those plugins without giving away too much?
No.
So where do you think the music industry is headed? Do you think it's your sound? Do you think everyone's going to start doing like future trance, like Music by Lukas and you guys, or do you think, this is just a phase?
If everyone is going to do like we do or like someone else does, we're all gonna sound the same. And this is not what we want. We want different stuff, and we love to hear different stuff. So no, I hope there will be some people who actually want to follow us and follow our sound, but not everybody.
So basically, more experimentation is going to be coming in the future. I think genres are really going to be changing and evolving, and I think the line between genres is just going to continue to blur, because even a lot of people say that like Future House is so popular right now, but to me, Future House is so diverse. There's like, you could honestly split Future House into like 10 different genres itself. So I think the lines are blurring, and it's like you guys said, it's just important to do whatever you feel inspired to do and to create your own sound over time.
For the example of Future House, I think the main Future House, the one of the chummy one, Heldens one, and the main one, the mothership of the Future House, actually, I think it's kind of dead. But we got a lot of like sons of this genre, and that's cool. That's like evolution.
Yeah,
that's great.
Evolution, exactly. You just kind of go along with it, and you continue to develop your own style and your own sound. That way you don't have to chase genres. You don't have to follow trends. You can just kind of be yourself and develop over time. Because as artists, that's what we do. We develop. I mean, any artist that's been around for a certain amount of years doesn't sound like he used to sound 10 years ago. You know?
Thankfully, actually.
Yeah, that'd be kind of boring.
Kind of 10-year challenge of sound, you know?
Yeah, there should be that.
What have you guys decided as a group, as a trio? 2019 is going to be about this.
To me, I'd say, in my opinion, I really want to go live again. We just did the tour in China. It was fantastic. Obviously, going on and evolving our sound and
having a huge collab with a big name.
Yeah, this would be great. Actually, this is in the tablet.
Okay, cool. Well,
nice.
We're definitely gonna need to check in with you guys more often and stay in touch. And thanks for hopping on the call.
Yeah, thanks for being great.
Yeah.
Everything was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the kindness, really.
Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
Have a nice.
So that was FaderX. Make sure you go check out their new track. Just came out today on Future House Music. The link is below. And what do we have right after this, Lauren?
Head over to the after party, guys, on Discord. If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll leave the link below. And today the host is Moti.
Yeah, so go check it out. Moti's
He's the
gonna
best.
be chatting with everyone, answering some questions. I'll be there as well. Lauren will be there as well.
Listening to some tunes, hanging out.
Yeah,
It's
we do an
the best
after
part.
party every single Friday,
Best
right
part.
after these videos go live on YouTube.
After party.
So go check it out. Make sure you like this video if you like what you saw, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.